It's your boy T on the reaction to Today's Wrestling Wednesday. I'm gonna do one more video. So this one is about it's another one with Ross, and this is talking about when should Damian Priest cash in his money in the bank. We're wondering for days. We either worry or hope as well too. Worry because he might try to cash in on Cody if he does when he wins as well too, or he could cash in on Seth or Drew out of that match as well too. But there's talks that he might go for a mid card title as well too. They might cash in on Gunther. And here's my thing with that. I don't have no problem with that as well too. A lot of people saying that, and a lot of people agree that there's not a big deal as well too, because I mean a lot of the mid card titles is like more so of the workhorse title than the big title as well too. So that actually could put them elevate him a little bit as well too. So yeah. But let me see what Ross said about this. Let's get it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So I wanted to have a discussion with y'all and kind of see what y'all think should happen when it comes to Damian Priest and his cash in. Now, we did see Damian Priest and some of the members of Judgment Day kind of get into it with Gunther. And it seems as if they were somewhat teasing maybe Damian Priest going after Gunther's Intercontinental Championship potentially. I'm not sure. That's kind of what they seem to have been teasing on a Monday Night Raw, this past Monday Night Raw. But once again, that doesn't make a lick of sense because we would literally be back in a situation where we were with
Austin
Austin Theory
Theory.
and
That's
him
the only
cashing
thing.
in on a
That's the only
mid-card
thing.
championship. Granted, Gunther's Intercontinental Championship run has been fantastic, and he has made that belt seem very.
That's the only thing is like he actually made that title like almost big as the two top titles well too. Some people saying I'm not agreeing with it because I don't want to discredit stuff. Some saying his title is better than the World Championship title run. No, you're just saying it because you want to put a heel over a face. That's all. That's the only reason why you're saying that. So that's the only thing. I mean, it's not. It's like up to there. It's not. It's up there both titles runs, but not better. So don't even try it. You know why you're doing that. You can't keep going first. Yeah.
very important. If, to be honest with you, if he's given that type of aura to the Intercontinental Championship as if it's a world championship, as if it's the top championship on it's just in WWE, not even on Raw or SmackDown, just in WWE in general, with the matches he's been having and the streak that he has right now. You would think the Intercontinental Championship would be the top championship. Granted, we know it's not. So it seems like if they were potentially teasing something with that, but granted, I still think that doesn't make a lick of sense because once again, the Money in the Bank has been always built upon creating a new star to potentially be the new top guy.
That's true. And it's true. But there's also the folks are saying that the way that Mike Bank is going lately, that it's time to drop it as well too. Do y'all think that? Let's keep going.
The respective brand, depending on who they decide to cash in on, right? It's always been the idea of it. And recently with Austin Theory and how they messed that up and him cashing in for the United States Championship, I would hate to see the same thing happen to Damian Priest. Honestly, I don't know what you do with him. I know people have come up with the speculation that maybe Drew does win the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth. He finally accomplishes what he's been trying to accomplish in his career, getting that very big win in front of a live audience, not in front of a empty crowd, but a live audience, and getting that moment for himself. But you could have maybe a situation where Judgment Day music hit or whatever, and then he ends up cashing in on an exhausted Drew McIntyre, and then Damian Priest ends up winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Not winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, but cashing in and winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I've seen people talk about that. That could possibly happen. I mean, it's a weird situation because you would have him cash in on another heel.
That's the other thing I'm worried about that
So I don't
too.
know about that. Or maybe you have somehow Seth wins and then Damian Priest cashes in. Maybe Drew goes insane. I don't know. Attacks Seth after the match. And
And I feel like that too. Like Drew might lose, and that as well too. And the cash in can give even cash in. Either way, either he loses, Seth loses Drew, or he get cash in on him. Either way, it gives him the break though. But like I said, keep him away from the Roman and Cody match, please.
then Damian Priest cashes in then and becomes champion. You could have that option as well. But the problem with that, and I think the bigger problem overall with Damian Priest right now is he doesn't have that momentum that he had. I want to say after the whole Bad Bunny match he had last year at Backlash, he doesn't like. You could tell the company was really high on Damian Priest, and it seemed like
Hmm.
he had this momentum going. And then obviously him winning Money in the Bank, you're like, okay, they're really starting to push this guy. But it seems as if they kind of not stop pushing him,
Yeah.
but he's not the most important thing.
Right. That's the thing. The other thing too. Like he doesn't seem like he's a world championship caliber guy, in my opinion. That's the one reason why I'm, even though it'd be dangerous with Angels to 30, I'd be okay if he does cash in and be successful there and kind of title run, but in title as well too. Because like I said, he's done mid card before being a North American champion, but um, to do this, to go for world champion, he could. I would say like if go for world heavyweight championship, he could surprise me. But he probably gonna do better as an intercontinental, in my opinion, than a world heavy, than a top title holder right now. And I mean, later on down now he could get a top title, but if he go for the top title, I feel like he'll fall under the line in the lines of Jinder Mahal or the ones that was like they got the title, top title, yeah, but they still treat it as a mid carder. In my opinion, that's why I feel like he's gonna fall in there. In my opinion.
Especially in Judgment Day. The most important thing, the most important person is
Rhea.
obviously Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea is the most important person in Judgment Day. It's not even close. She's damn near the most popular person in WWE right now. So you can tell they kind of switched gears and really started pushing her even more. But with Damian, it seems like he's kind of just on the back burner. So you don't really
Mm-hmm.
get that sense
Facts.
of world champion from him,
Nah, he
if that
don't.
makes any sense.
Yeah,
Not
it's
to say that
true.
he
It's
can't be
true.
one, and not to say that he doesn't deserve to be one, but I'm saying even though he's Money in the Bank briefcase holder, you never really get that feel like I could see him as world champion. They were doing something with him for a time when they were pushing him to kind of fit that mold, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
any sense. Because when I think of world champion,
Oh, I
a
forgot it.
lot.
I'm tripping. I forgot. He did have the USA title before Finn beat him, and then he turned heel on Finn. Ironically, now they're tag teams now. Yeah.
I,
I
I
almost forgot
think,
about that.
especially if you're in a group, you're in a heel group, and you have the briefcase. When I think of world champion, I think of someone that is going to delegate and run things, and he's gonna get shit done. Whether it's within the rules or whether it's
Hmm.
outside of the rules, And in this situation, he's in the heel faction, and at one point, it seemed like Damian Priest was getting that. I guess you could say that rub or the perceived notion of him being the leader, the guy. He has the
Hmm.
briefcase. People follow his orders in a sense. But more or less, it became more about Rhea and the whole mommy gimmick
Yeah.
than anything else. And at one point, it seems like they were challenging that with Rhea
Oh
and
yeah.
Damian Priest kind of getting into it. So I'm like, maybe it's a power struggle, and you can kind of buy into that.
Hmm.
Because when I think of him potentially cashing in, it makes sense if he's kind of like that leader role or he has that leader type position for him to have his lackeys or everyone around him to try to make sure that he does win and has a successful cash in. But you don't really get that. They've even tried to make it seem like there's no leaders in Judgment Day, but that's obviously we know it's still damn near Rhea at this point.
Yeah.
And right now, they have a more focus on the tag team titles, less than he should be. Well, he's more focused on the tag team titles,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, you would think he would be more focused on trying to win a world championship. I mean, at one point, that's what he was talking about a lot. But they focus more on the tag team aspect
Mm-hmm.
rather than the briefcase aspect. Him
Right.
wanting to be at the top of the card, him
Right.
wanting to be at the top of the company. And that could have been something. I don't know if they're going to plan on doing that, but that could be a storyline beat where he's more focused on that than the tag titles.
True.
And that could create that dissension. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you would think they would be building up to that. And maybe
I was
they
thinking
are.
that too. Like I was surprised they ain't done that yet as well too. I haven't, because like we already got the decision anyway in a way, and they could have been, that could be another reason for this they had the decision from them as well too. Plus, a lot of people kept saying that Priest might turn babyface as well too. But I'm surprised they haven't started that yet. So yeah, that's what I feel like. They kind of drag along more than the bloodline as well too, as much as the bloodline storyline as well too.
Are, and maybe that happens at this year's.
And be honest, I feel like they should start breaking up after WrestleMania as well too. They should start diminishing slowly at the. I'm talking about the Judgment Day. Bloodline should be done by WrestleMania, to be honest too, but we'll see about that.
So maybe, I do think Finn and Damian are going to lose to R-Truth and whoever he tags with, most likely the Miz, for the titles. Maybe that can be something that they expound upon. But once again, they hadn't even really talked about it. He's just carrying the briefcase, but he doesn't really I haven't heard him say in a while outside of Monday night talking about an Intercontinental Championship and him having the briefcase and Gunther's like, you gonna cash in on me? You know what I'm saying? Outside of that mention, he doesn't really talk about it too much. They've been kind of doing the Judgment Day, R-Truth funny stuff.
That's the
They've
thing.
been doing that lately.
Only thing I'm worried about that is it's going to be a swerve and a shocking moment as well too. That's what I'm worried about. Like I said, it's long don't go near Cody, but it's dickheads in these groups that want that to happen just to see folks mad or cry, whatever. Like, remember the toxic fans will tell you about that needs therapy. There's a lot of that. So yeah.
And so they kind of strayed away from that. And I think it may be hurting Damian Priest in the long run. Because, once again, I know he has the briefcase, but he hasn't felt like a potential world champion because they haven't really been booking him to feel that way. Outside of the tag team titles, it seems like that's the only thing he really cares about.
Right.
And being dominant, but not actually trying to cash in and win a world championship. Someone made a very great point. Seth is out there. He's, injured or, what I'm saying, not medically cleared. So does that mean he can't get cashed in on because he's not medically cleared? Is there some type of caveat where it's like, well, you can cash in on anyone at any time, but they got to be medically cleared? How does that make sense?
True.
Someone pointed that out. There's been a few instances where that was the case, where he had the perfect opportunity to cash in and he didn't. And then the times he did, Drew was involved, and I think that could be an interesting story. I thought they were going to really play up, and maybe they should. Maybe he is the reason why Drew doesn't, win the match. Play that up, too. I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. It's just like they kind of have Damian Priest in limbo with the briefcase, and they need to make a decision soon. I honestly feel like, and it may suck for Damian Priest fans, I do feel like his cash-in is going to be a failed one.
I feel like that too.
I think.
Reason why I'm unsure about that because it's rare that they do back-to-back failed cash-in, but they didn't have back-to-back good cash-in with women, so I don't know. They could have back-to-back failed cash-in for men. Who knows? That's the only thing other thing I can think of. Like, I think like the fail might happen, but I feel like it may not because it's rare to have a back-to-back failed cash-in. But it's looking like that right now. But like I said, it could be a swerve. Again, just keep away from Cody and the Roman match, please.
Finn Balor may be the reason why. Whenever he does cash in, they won't be. I don't think they'll be tag champs.
No.
And I think Finn Balor will be the reason that he's not successful.
That's that could be a good one because like I said, they've been harping for a face turn from Damian Priest. I mean, he was kind of getting with the R-Truth situation, so that could be an incident right there.
able to cash in a briefcase. Like he'll cash it in, but Finn Balor may cost him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've seen teases of that, him trying to, and that almost happened.
Right.
So I wish they would get back to that. I know they've been doing the comedy gimmick with R-Truth or whatever, but because of that, it doesn't. He
Kind of
doesn't give
stalled.
off the vibes of, oh yeah, when he's gonna cash in, he's gonna be. It makes sense for him to be a world champion. I
Right.
can buy into him being
Mm-hmm.
a world champion. At one point, he had. It seemed like that's the route they were going with, but it doesn't seem like that as of late. So y'all let me know down below. How do y'all feel about Damian Priest potentially cashing in? Do you think he's going to cash in successfully? Do you think it's going to be unsuccessful? Do you buy him as a potential world champion, or do you feel like the WWE's kind of dropped the ball with him and you still don't see it yet? Y'all let me know.
Like I said, I like not don't see him as a top champion. I can see more as a bigger mid card title, so I can see him cashing on Gunther. But at the same time, I can see him possibly cashing on Drew. It may be a shocker, or it could be hit or miss with that one as well too. But I can see it be also. I mean, it's still a slight chance that it could be another failed cash in, and it was going to lead to his Bayface turn in maybe then Harper for a while as well too. Like because Finn cost it as well too. Who knows? Other than that, like I said, just as long he don't go near the Roman and Cody one as all too, because like folks want that. It is all good. You know what I'm saying stay away from it as well too. It's bad enough worried that Roman's going to retain just for the hell of that fucking record as well too, which folks want because to some folks it's the day one goal. Yeah, I'm quoting folks mine from saying it's the day one goal. It's Dustin. It's Roman's story. Right. That's what a lot of people thinking. So, anyway, other than that, if you like my reaction, my thoughts, no, it wasn't that much input as well too. I thought I was gonna get some input as well too, but not as much. I was more all ears and raw. So, other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. RP version, also RP O Anderson too as well too. But anyway, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.